Anyway, okay. I mentally reset. Sorry, I don't know why. I just needed to like snap for a second there. Think about this. Okay, let's rank these areas on our fuck scale. I'm sure this will go smoothly. Undead Asylum. That's the starting area. It's perfectly fine. I guess it fucks. Firelink Shrine is fuck yeah. Maybe the best place in the game because it's the only place where nothing bad happens to you. So that's definitely in fuck yeah. Undead Burg isn't that bad. And it's easy to traverse. And it's easy to remember where you are in the Undead Burg. So it's definitely a wee fuck. Now the Undead Parish. I do not recall which area that is. The Depths. I don't remember where that is. Blighttown is lots of fuck. Fuck Blighttown. And the Great Hollow is where the fucking frogs are. So that's down in frog tier below lots of fuck. Oh, the Depths is the before the gargoyles. Or is the Undead Parish before the gargoyle? Alright. Ash Lake was fine. Ash Lake fucks. Anor Londo, I think, is probably my favorite part of the game. Because it felt clean and it was easy to navigate. I know I had like my biggest crash out of the game during Anor Londo. But I think overall, I probably do have it in fuck yeah. As far as on the Dark Souls scale, at least. I mean, it's relatively easy to navigate in there. Depths. Undead Parish. Again, I already forgot. I know you guys told me. Sen's Fortress. I thought Sen's Fortress was... Oh no, Sen's Fortress is what leads you to... Sen's Fortress was fine. I think Sen's Fortress can go in fucks. I didn't find Anor Londo, at least in my memory, I don't remember being confused that much in Anor Londo, but maybe I'm mad wrong. Painted World of Aramis, that was boring. I don't understand why that's there. And then we didn't even fight that boss because we flipped a coin and you guys were getting really pouty about me fighting there. I don't remember Darkroot Gardens, somebody remind me. New Londo Ruins was fine. It was just whatever. That led to like one of the more underwhelming boss fights of the game. In the New Londo Ruins there. Duke's Archives. It kind of fucks too. I didn't necessarily hate too much of our time there. I did hate the run back down to Seath, though, but that's in Crystal Cave. So fuck Crystal Cave. I hated that run back. God, that run back drove me nuts. Oh, I don't remember. Oh, yeah, Darkroot Garden. Yeah, that was fine. We'll put Darkroot Garden in kinda fuck then. The Demon Ruins. What was the difference between Lost Izalith and the Demon Ruins? Wait, Lost Izalith, isn't that where the end of the game was? We just beat this game and I'm already confused. Demon Ruins. That was below Spider Titties, right? Tomb of the Giants, that was boring. The Catacombs were absolutely fucking awful. I hated that. Valley of the Drakes kind of fucks. It was mid. Oh, I get that. Okay. Demon Ruins was the castle. I getcha. Demon Ruins, actually, I don't remember hating too much. So we can put Demon Ruins into fucks. Lost. Izalith can go in there as well. Kiln of the First Flame. Wait, that's the end of the game, right? I mean, there was really nothing to it. So, I'll just go into boring, because there was really nothing to that. Chasm of the Abyss was fucking awful. That was so bad down there. That was so boring. It's an interesting idea, but then the boss fight you have down there stinks, and plus I was also kind of done with it. And I just sat there spamming Estus, tanking hits, and swinging the hammer back. Royal Wood, I actually kind of like the Royal Wood. Relatively speaking. Royal Wood was pretty good, actually, if you ask me. I don't remember Ulasal Township. And then Undead Parish. Undead Parish was a real pain in the ass to get, wasn't it? So that'll go there. No, the Undead Parish isn't that bad. No, Undead Parish is kind of fucked. And then Depths. Depths was lots of fuck. Oh, Depths was before Blighttown? Okay, then it was the boring fuck area. I remember that. And then I don't remember Ulasal Township at all. Oh, Depths guy got frogged? Oh, then that's absolutely in the bottom. Oh, Depths was with the giant rats and all that shit, right? Yeah. Yeah, fuck that place. Oh, Ulasal Township's the DLC area. Right. I actually didn't mind that area. I think it goes into We Fuck. Which then makes it... Fuck yeah. Firelink Shrine. Anor Londo. The only thing that really drove me nuts in Anor Londo was having to traverse that little thing. That, like, L turn. To then... And then those snipers. And like I said, I did have my biggest crash out. But overall... Actually didn't really hate that area too much. We fucked with the Undead Burg, the Royal Wood, and Ulasal Township. That L's a rite of passage. That L is one of the most frustrating moments I've ever had in games, dude. The Northern Undead Asylum, Ash Lake, Sen's Fortress, Demon Ruins, in Lost Izalith, all fuck. I think that's fair. We kind of fuck with New Londo Ruins, the Duke's Archives, Darkroot Garden, the Valley of the Drakes, and the Undead Parish. Yeah, I'd say so. Boring fuck, Painted World. Now, granted, that's the way we play that area, but it was boring. Tomb of the Giants and Killing the First Flame, did not enjoy those. Actually, Tomb of the Giants should be down here, because that was right after the Catacombs. That whole area was awful. And then lots of fuck is Blighttown. And Blighttown honestly maybe should be in Frog tier. Blighttown I think should be in Frog tier, but it can't. Crystal Cave. Yeah, I didn't like the Crystal Cave. The Crystal Cave is a neat idea, but I hated that run back with a passion. I hated that run back with a fucking passion. And that run back really soured me on that area. But it was a very visually appealing and kind of interesting idea. But yeah, Catacombs and Tomb of the Giants, those areas stink. They're so confusing, they're so pitch black, I'm just lost, and I just want to progress the game. And I keep going the wrong way. And then you gotta fight the giant skeleton-like things. And then there's that dickhead who kicks you off the ledge. Chasm of the Abyss, again. Oh no, that was the DLC area. This is the area leading to Maenus. Ooh. Actually, hang on. I only hated that area because I had to keep going back to Maenus. I actually didn't mind traversing it that much. So sorry, hang on. Chasm of the Abyss. I think we can put that into Fox. I actually didn't dislike that area. Yeah. Yeah, no, I confused that with it. I thought that was just like the Abyss where you fight the Four Kings. But no, Chasm of the Abyss is different. And then Frog tier is the Great Hollow and Depths. Yeah, but that Sorceress, like, we kind of didn't have too much of an issue with that Sorcerer. The issue we had was just running back to Maenus 40 times. And after a bit, you finally do manage to kind of figure out the timing and the pathing on that attack. So, I think that's how we rank the areas, chat. I mean, it's my opinion. This is how I'm feeling. Based off my memory. My general vibes. I'd say that's what it is. So then after this, guys, now let's rank some boss fights. Oh, that's weapons. Oh, it's not set to the fuck scale. Crap. Hang on. Do we set it to the fuck scale? Alright, okay. Now let's rank these bosses. So, Asylum Demon. First one we ever came across. It's just a perfectly fine boss fight. It's the introductory boss fight. It kind of teaches you some stuff. We only died there like a couple times. And that's because I was learning the game. So honestly, overall, it's a perfectly good boss fight that we can fuck with. Does exactly what it's supposed to. I'm fine with that. Black Dragon Calamite. That was the DLC dragon, right? We'll wait on that one a second. Bell Gargoyle. Oh my god, fuck the Bell Gargoyle. I hated that boss fight so much. That boss fight made me want to quit playing the game. Bell Gargoyles made me want to quit playing the game. And it wasn't because, like, dealing with one is fine. It was dealing with the two of them. Oh god, I hated that. And I didn't have enough stats. My damage wasn't very good. I didn't really understand the up... Oh god, fuck that. No, I hated the Bell Gargoyle fight. Black Dragon Calamite. I actually thought that was a pretty okay boss fight. I think we fucked with that one pretty good. Like, yeah, the Bell Gargoyle is just brutal when you're a new player, when you're starting the game off. And the fact that it's, like, essentially the second or third boss fight you have to do, you know what I mean? Is just, it's just... Maybe you can ignore it. I don't know. I don't really remember. Oh my god, hang on. We need to have a new tier. I just remembered this one. Hang on. I forgot all about this boss fight even though we just talked about it. I can't spell fuck today. That's the second time I've mistyped it. Bed of Chaos is its own special kind of awful. Guys, that might be like the worst. That is by far the worst boss fight. Like, Gwyn was kind of disappointing. Because it just kind of... Yeah, he kind of rushes you and he's on you. And then the game's over. And there's no real, like, cutscene. Nothing really happens. You know? Bed of Chaos, though. That entire setup, everything about that, I kind of get the idea of what they are going for with that one. But holy shit. It is fucking awful. It is just an awful experience. Absolutely awful experience. Capra Demon is wasn't too bad. I don't know if I like the phrase boring fucks. I don't think that's actually too accurate. Boring fuck really only fits the Kaido files. Let's do this. Just plain old fuck. Capra Demon is just plain old fuck. Because after you die the first time, you don't even get that second to realize what's going on. You just step through the doorway, and it's two dogs, and he's already attacking you. So Capra Demon is just fuck. Ceaseless Discharge. I don't remember that one. Someone please remind me. Same with Centipede Demon. I don't remember. We never fought Priscilla. Queeleg. Actually, I kind of fucked with the Queeleg fight. Kind of fucked with the Queeleg fight. I think that goes into we fuck with it. Ceaseless is the lava area guy. That fight was fine. It is just whatever. There's really nothing interesting going on there. Demon Fire Sage. That was pretty okay too. That can go in. I think the Demon Fire Sage can fuck. I think the Demon Fire Sage can fuck. Four Kings. That was lots of fuck. That was just boring. Like, it wasn't even annoying. It was just... Like, that was just... Terrible. That was just awful. It's disorientating in the abyss, and then they just roll up on you, and it wasn't even like an interesting fight mechanically. There was really nothing going on there. He had like 2 attacks that he hit us with, and the fact that we were able to just to tank every hit, heal out of it with Estus, and then just hit R2. Yeah, that fight stinks, man. Maybe if I'd done it earlier in the game when I wasn't as stat heavy as I was. You know, maybe. Gaping Dragon. I fuck with that fight. I like the Gaping Dragon fight. That was like a perfect fight for that stage of the game. Oh, really? So the fight didn't go the way it's supposed to. Huh. Interesting. So somehow the game broke when we had that fight. Because yeah, I was really surprised that like they came at me so slowly one at a time. And I was basically able just to take them down. And it was like, yeah, like I said, I just burned through like 4 or 5 Estus in the fight. And barely thought about the mechanics. Okay. Centipede Demon. I don't remember that one. Somebody remind me. So I got really lucky on the 4 Kings fight then. Huh. I almost wish I didn't. Great Wolf Sif. Sif was probably one of the more interesting fights, actually. And then you guys explained the lore to me actually made that fight more interesting as well. And the fact that the enemy, the Sif's movement changes the more damage it takes is actually a very, very neat mechanic. So I actually kind of like that one. I like the idea of it a lot. Nito. Nito fuck. Nito's in fuck. He's whatever, man. Maybe he goes into kind of fuck. But again, we just... Yeah, Nito kind of fuck. Is kind of fuck. He's a great design, but I didn't really enjoy the fight. A fight where you have to deal with his minions. And again, like... Maybe I was just too leveled, but the fact that I could just stand there and hammer on him... kind of disappointing. Especially because he's in one of the opening cutscenes. I was expecting something that was, like, really grand and difficult and, like, gave me this huge, like, oh, wow, this is cool. But it really wasn't anything. Also, part of this scale is a little bit in this, too, is how much relief or joy did I get after the fight? And again, just didn't get a ton from him. I did the DLC too early, hey? But you guys were telling me to do the DLC then. So I got too many souls and too many levels out of the DLC, eh? Iron Golem, honestly, is one of my favorite boss fights in the game, and I don't know why I love that one so much, but it just felt like the right mix of everything. That really just felt like the right mix for a boss fight. The run back wasn't too bad. He had a variety of moves, but, you know, once you figured them out, you know, it wasn't... You kind of figure out the pattern. And then it didn't... I didn't feel like anytime I died to the Iron Golem, it was because of, like, the game taking a shit on my chest after punching me in the balls. I felt like I died because I was just making mistakes, which I'm kind of okay with. Like, I didn't feel like the game cheated in that fight. Artorias was maybe the best fight in the DLC. That was definitely the most interesting one. So Artorias was definitely up there. Moonlight Butterfly is whatever. Completely whatever. Manus? Oh, fuck Manus. I hate that boss fight. Now, the sense of relief after beating Manus is pretty big. But god, that fight is just... Oh, that Manus fight, man. Dude, going from Manus, and I think didn't we go from Manus right into Bed of Chaos? Oh. Yeah, I'm not down with my anus. Ornstein and Smoke? I actually, as annoying as that fight was, it was another one of those ones where I felt like, again, it was the right mix of challenge and it was in the right spot of the game. So I actually did quite like that. And then we did get the hammer afterwards, which is pretty cool. So, I mean, why would I put Maenis any higher, guys? I hated that boss fight. Like, again, that was another boss fight where I was considering, like, quitting the game. Pinwheel, what the fuck was that? Pinwheel is just in fuck, because that was, like, such a nothing encounter. Pinwheel feels like I should have done that as, like, the second or third boss fight of the game. It wasn't even frustrating, it was just, like, whatever. So. Stray Demon. Don't recall Stray Demon. Was Stray Demon the one we did at the end? Stray Demon is the one when you go back to the prison. I mean, it's just in fuck. It's just a whatever. Sanctuary Guardian. Sanctuary Guardian wasn't too bad, actually. I remember thinking that fight was not so bad. I kind of enjoyed that one, relatively speaking. Now, Seath is complicated, guys, because I was trying to go for the tail cut the entire time, which made Seath, and again, the run back, so awful. And then once I gave up on trying to do the tail cut, I was like, oh, this boss fight's kind of, like, not so bad. However, Seath also has Curse, and Curse is awful. So, I'm going to put Seath down in lots of fuck. Seath is... No! No, not the frogs! Because Seath is just, like... The circumstances around Seath weren't good. Also, the fact the first time you fight Seath, it's an automatic death. That's kind of lame. That's kind of lame. Taurus Demon. Again, I think that's actually a really well-placed boss fight. For, like, you're right early in the game. And then getting him up top to the top of that thing made it very easy. Actually, I can fuck with that boss fight. Centipede Demon, chat. Who was Centipede Demon, please? Because you guys talked me out of fighting Priscilla. And then we didn't go fight Gwendolyn. Because I didn't have the item to open it up. So they're going to stay down there. No, I can't rank them, dude. We didn't encounter those fights. Sword, there's been a lot of messages in chat, and I'm asking a lot of questions. Which one was Centipede Demon? Was Centipede Demon the one that was hanging off the side of that, like, the underground lava castle or whatever it was? Sitting in lava, you get the lava... Right, okay, that one. Okay, thank you. Centipede Demon was alright. I'd probably put Centipede Demon up here. I actually didn't think that boss fight was too bad. Again, it didn't feel like the game was cheating on me. I do hate that area. Actually, that area wasn't even that bad. You know what I hate about that area? Is that we got invaded, and I lost like 75,000 souls. And it was all because I couldn't find that one bonfire. Because you guys kept saying, oh, you're so close to it. You're so close. It's right there. And it was behind a hidden wall. And there was no notes around on the ground to even tell me where to go. And then I lost those souls, and you guys were laughing at me. Fuck, I hated that area. Alright, that leaves Gwyn, Lord of Cinder. Gwyn is a kind of fuck boss fight. Because there's not much to say about that fight, man. There's not much to say about it. I expected a lot more of it. I kind of get the point of... I get the idea behind the lore of the fight and everything. But... yeah, I don't know. Maybe it should go down a level. Because it was just actually a really... and like, I wasn't even really like paying attention properly. I wasn't trying to lock into the fight. I wasn't focusing. And again, I get what you guys are saying. About, oh, it's the lore that means this and that and all that. And I get that. But yeah, I think it just kind of goes into kind of fuck just because it finally lets you finish the goddamn game. It's better than the pinwheel and the Capra Demon fight. So yeah, I think kind of fuck's the right spot. I don't know what you guys mean by plin plon. I actually don't. And then, I guess keeping in theme with the fuck scale, for the 2 boss fights we didn't do, because we lost the coin toss on Priscilla, and then we didn't go fight Gwendolyn because I didn't have the ring because I didn't find it in the catacombs. So there it is, guys. There's my boss fight rankings. Plin Plin Plon is the song. This song? I don't know, guys. You're sure on something here. Okay, restart it. Okay, I'll listen. I'm listening. I don't know, dude. It's piano keys. Yeah, that's the sound of piano keys, chat. I understand that. Yes, thank you. There it is, guys. That's our tier list. There's our areas. There's our boss rankings. And I guess what we have left to do now is on my Game Stream by Canadian Adam tier list. We gotta place Dark Souls. And we also have to place Road to Empress too. And you guys know exactly where Road to Empress 2 is going.
Adam.
It's going right up there in S tier. Hey, Kevin. So yeah, Road to Empress 2 is not quite as good as Road to Empress 1. It's not quite up there with these other games. I think I would take it over Mass Effect 3 in particular. Road to Empress 2 is right up there. I love that. I love Road to Empress. God, I'm so sad that we don't have any more to play. Makes me almost want to replay them. And then Dark Souls. Now, where do we put Dark Souls? Because here's the thing. When you look at the It's Fine tier, the Dark Souls playthrough was better than these games. It really was. As much as I was bitching and whining and crashing out and everything, it's better than the games that It's Fine. So then that but you know, it's not touching triple S. It's not even touching S rank. So that leaves us in A and B. So, did I enjoy streaming this game more than like Dragon Age, Words on Stream, Yakuza Kiwami, the Spider-Man games? I Love You, Colonel Sanders. I don't think so. So then it goes into the B tier. But honestly, I probably did enjoy this more than most of these B tier games. Because as much as I was miserable, you guys were lively. There was a lot of back and forth going on. Chat was good, so at least the vibes were there, and at least I can look back on the crash outs. Right? So then it's like, well, now I have to grab Dark Souls. And I can't, because I can't put it in B. It means that I have to put it in A. Do I even put it in S? Based on the meta of everything. The content alone of playing the game. I think I probably did enjoy, I definitely enjoyed Spider-Man. And Dragon Age. Way more. Fall Guys was a lot of fun during like COVID, right? Was that when it was Fall Guys? Those were lots of fun. But they didn't have the big meta side to it. So I honestly think that Dark Souls ends up at the bottom of my S tier. Not on the game itself, but based on the meta of everything to do with how much I enjoyed playing it, how much I enjoyed interacting with chat, how much everything else came with it. So I do think that place is at the bottom of my S tier. Yeah. I think I can live with that. I think I'm happy with that. Yes, I am. So there it is, guys. It would really be, if there was something between S and A, I actually probably would have Dark Souls like right here in the middle. But again, just because of the crash outs, the clips, me yelling at chat, you guys yelling at me, which was fun, the relief of beating this game, the fact it was for charity and all of that, I can put it at the bottom S tier and live with that. Now, does that mean that I'm looking forward to Dark Souls 2, or 3, or Elden Ring, or any other Soulsborne, Sekiro, or whatever they are games? No! Absolutely not. Not for at least a year. You know, Extra Life 2027, maybe we put it on there. We could put Dark Souls 3 on there for Extra Life 2027. But I need a fucking break. Because we gotta get through these games, plus other stuff. Dispatch, Heavy Rain. Oh, Minecraft! Yeah, Minecraft, when we streamed Minecraft, it was fine. It was whatever. Minecraft gets to go below Call of Duty. Forgot that we streamed that. But yeah, we have Dispatch, Heavy Rain, Pokemon Stadium, which is in progress, Pragmata, Resident Evil 2, Silent Hill F, Stranger Than Heaven, and then the remaining Yakuza series games to play. I'm not touching Elden Ring. No, never touching Elden Ring. And yeah, it's because it would be 200 hours. And I don't have that in me. I don't. I really don't. Sekiro, maybe? Maybe you could talk me into Sekiro, chat. But remember, this isn't necessarily how good the game is. This is a combination of how much I enjoyed playing the game and how much I enjoyed streaming the game with you guys. So that's why Dark Souls gets up there. Sekiro. Okay, guys. 2027, Extra Life goal, Sekiro. I can get that on PC, right? It's the shortest game. Sekiro is short. Has the best gameplay. It's your favorite FromSoft game. Sekiro would not be short for Adam. This game didn't take me a million years. This was 15 streams. 15 streams of roughly 2 hours and change. God, fucking Kiwami 3. What a piece of shit. Persona was, yeah, 45 streams. Persona was the longest thing we've ever played. And, like, I loved it. I really did. I had a lot of fun with that game. But, like, I also, like, I kind of would like to play Persona 4. I just don't think I can ever convince myself to do it again. Because, again, I don't know if I have another 144 hours in me. Another 45-part stream. That was 45 parts, I think, with 3 parts coming during Extra Life. I think we did 3 segments of Persona 5 during Extra Life. I could wrap Golden, P4 Golden in 70. That's still a lot, dude. Like, the only games that I come close to the hour investment that Persona has on this list are Pokemon, but that's because it's multiplayer. Mass Effect 3, but that's because it's multiplayer. And so it was, you know, it's something that can be done offline. Online doesn't really matter. It's done with chat. Infinite Wealth. But again, it's because I know those games so well that I can just grind out the offline content. And I don't have to worry about missing good stream content that you guys want to see, that people that haven't played the games are interested in seeing, that are following along, right? So, yeah, Persona games are just too goddamn big. I know, Kevin, I know. We'll get to it. We're just talking over our tier lists and stuff right now. I remember spending like 90 hours, maybe I'm wrong, in Persona 4 before, when I played it way back. But that was me playing with a guide and also like min-maxing the absolute shit out of that game back then. I still can't get over the ending to this fucking game. It doesn't even tell you what happens when you light the fire. If I wasn't getting filled in by Magna, I would have no idea what the hell happened at the end of that game. And you can call me a baby all you want. Okay? Call me a baby all you want. That's fine. But I mean, even a codex or a journal that's updating you on the plot would be nice. So, with all of that said, chat, thank you so much for watching Dark Souls. It was a journey. YouTube, thank you so much for following along. I appreciate it. You can always come follow the channel and join in on whatever we get into next. Links down below. I've always appreciated everything you guys do. Everything rocks. Thank you so much for being here. And I don't know what we're playing next, but stay tuned.